Alright, CSS battle time, and let's do circles and squares. Alright, so these could be borders on elements that are slid off to each corner, and then we could have a radial gradient background. And I like that because we get the default border color. But then we have to put it in the radial gradient too. And since everything has to have borders, I might just do border radius, because it looks like they're the same thickness. It's just the positioning of them. So one background and then just one set of borders, and then it's just sizing and positioning things. I think that'd be the way to go, because we could also do like a conic gradient for the background and then one set of circles. But I think having something with a border here and a border there. The benefit of the conic gradient though is I can put that on the HTML and I get my green background on everything. And then I could do just 2 paragraph tags and just margin them into place. Ooh, I kind of like that. The conic gradient would be verbose, that's the thing. But I'm trying to think of how to do the structure to have essentially 4 elements with alternate, all kind of positioned out on the screen in different random spots. And that sounds really finicky. Like I'll have to do a position fixed to get that to line up because, oops, this would be one corner, right? And so that element would be up off to this side, and then another one stretched off to this side, and then the last 2 with border radius on them here and here, and nothing inside of each other. Essentially, is what's going to happen with that. So let's just do the conic gradient. You know what? I don't think it's the shortest, but I do think it's the least painful and kind of fun. So let's do that. We're going to do black for 75%. And then we're going to do our green color. It's a very nice green color. I like that green color. And then we're going to do, well, let's look at our diff. Actually, this might, we just need to move it up a little bit. So let's do at, oops, let's go 40% by 40%, and that's too much. I mean, too little. Let's see, 41, 42. Hey, 45, I think will actually, well, doesn't work that direction. That doesn't have a percentage that works. 150 pixels, 40, 30, 130. Okay. Have to figure out if we can do that in Q or something, but probably won't be able to. All right, so we have that, and then we can size it appropriately. Not position, 0, 0, hit our slash, and we're going to go 150 pixels to 100 pixels across. What's happening now? Why is that? Let's see. By 150. Okay. 1550. 250. I wonder why it's so... No, that ain't right. I don't know why am I having so much trouble with this 180. Did I do it wrong? I think I did it wrong. did the 0, 0, 45. Is it because I did a percentage? No, percentage won't be the problem. Oh, I think... No, that's not the problem. 200 does that. 220, 230, 240. Okay, our middle block is always the same size, so... Okay, it is going to be 200. And then this is interesting. Okay, so that's what was going wrong. So it is percentage, and I do have to have it right. Okay, so I can't use percentage when I'm doing the sizing as well. Let's get rid of the sizing for a moment. And let's just get this done properly. 150. 180. There we go. All right. Now let's size it so it's 200 pixels by 150 pixels. And that's exactly half. 220 by 170. Okay. All right, there's our extra verbose. We're already at 100 characters with just the conic gradient. It's not a good sign. Not the way to go. All right, we're going to jump straight to the paragraph tag. Actually, we're going to select the body and open that up too. But I'm going to work on the paragraph tag first. What's that difference? 180 to 220, so it's 40 pixels solid, right? And we're going to give it a height of like 50. Let's look at this. We need to put it in the DOM. We're going to do 2 of them. Yep. Perfect. I want them to stack like that. Let's give it a border radius. 2 inch. Won't really matter once we margin this down. Okay, no, we don't want top and bottom doing any margin. We actually probably gonna have to do some negative margin and it'll work out. And then something like that. Yeah. So we'll do different left and right positioning, and on the body we can do something like that. Ooh. I wonder why it collapsed it. Okay, that did better. Okay, because if we, yeah, no, I want margin on the bottom too, so I do want bottom margin. Oh, I see. All right, we'll get this figured out. That's better. Okay. So what I need to figure out is 0 on the bottom, and then like 50. There we go. 150, 160, 170. And this is going to be weird, I think. Okay, it is 20 on the top. Why are we getting... The sizing is wrong. Why is the sizing wrong? Should I do 1 inch? No, 2 inch. All right, so we have... Oh, it's our height. There we go. And then our left margin. Okay, thank you. All right. And then on this one, we can just tag the other paragraph tag and do kind of like -20 on the. We can actually select our property, -20 on the top, and 100, 0, and like 50. Okay, that's the one that needs to be bigger, and this one needs to be smaller, and this one will be 170. So that's decent for positioning it, getting to use all of that. Let's just see if it works. All right, so the question is, could I make something like this work? I'd need okay, it would be less to just put a position fixed on the paragraph tag. And normal background, right? So if we do position fixed, and we can do padding 30, get our circle, right? And we get rid of this gradient. Okay. All right, make that our background. We have those two circles. We are going to move this up to that, actually all the way to the top. Okay. Wow, that is a confusing set of shapes. All right. So the HTML, we have to margin up off to the side. Shoot, if we're already using position fixed, why make it hard on us? All right. Actually, that's the last one. And then we have to do like 100 and 100. There we go. So 140, 150, something like that. Okay, 180 and 140, 30. Okay, I could probably use percentages here. There we go. Yeah, that saves us a bit. And then let's say 40%, 30, 28, oh, 31, 32. Nope. It's 130. Okay. That's still more concise than everything we had. Let's get rid of these circles for the moment. All right. Now what's this big? Oh no, that's the actual border. Okay. On the body, we have a margin of 20. We don't want that. We need padding now. Of I don't really care. I just need a square, you know? Actually, I do care. Let's do that size square. And then 100. Oops, 100. All right, so it doesn't have to be that big. I wonder if I can get an easier. Well, I gotta do 3 figures anyways. 30, 140. Nope, gotta do it. It's gotta be done. There we go. This seems like a lot. I thought it would actually be less doing this. I'm gonna fix this real fast. All right, so we did the conic gradient. We did this with the paragraph tag. We can uncomment them and get these placed. All right. Oops. There it is. No, at least it was one set of margin to get it up there. Okay, 240. I wonder if that's like 60% negatives. Hey. Am I saving anything with that? No, I am not. It's 3 characters and 3 characters. It doesn't change. Let's hit submit. We're 2 characters more with this solution, but that's unminified. And we have more lines of things, and there's like 4 or 5 characters in each line. So I think ultimately it is shorter. I don't have the little thing that tells me what it would be minified. So I'm gonna I'll just stick with this. I like the first one better. That one was more fun. But I think this will be ultimately a little bit shorter. If you're better at maneuvering things without position fixed, you know, with like the border, because when you're doing negative margins on stuff and sizing it that way, you move one thing and everything shifts. It all moves around and gets to be a nightmare. So I don't really like fighting that battle. But if you do, you might be able to get rid of that position fixed and make this work. Yeah, it's something. Cool. Well, that was fun. Hope you're having fun too. I'll catch you later.